Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL, Inspirations for Your Life. I'm so happy that you decided to pop in on me tonight. We have another great topic as we're wrapping up this amazing topic for the week. And tomorrow will be the last day on that because it's day 6. So welcome, whether you're here at 11:45 p.m., 11:45 a.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., or maybe even 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. Potato Patata, thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate that. And our master topic for the whole week, which we start on Saturday and we end up on Friday, which is tomorrow. Life is like a stained glass window. We're on series 3, by the way, show 19. And the granular for tonight, in case you guys are wondering, tonight is a pretty interesting one. The granular topic for tonight is radiant reflections, unveiling the secrets of happiness through stained glass. Series 3, third year, show 19, episode number 6. Okay. First one is, what does it mean to be happy? Happy is when our body is in a state of joy. Now, that could be a state of bliss, it could be a state of relaxation. Happiness can come to us lots of different ways, okay? Come in lots of different ways. And so to be happy means that we are more than content, right? But what does it mean to be happy? It's a psychological state, and it differs from pleasure in its meaning in the fact that happiness is about well-being. Okay, um, happiness is about being positive and meaning in our lives. Happiness is a state where we might experience personal emotions that are positive. Happiness is measured um, in how we feel. To be truly happy, we have to understand that happiness starts from within us, and we can't be relying on others to make us happy. I think that's why a lot of people aren't happy because they're expecting something and the other person doesn't come through, and then it's like, ugh, right? So why do you rely on other people to make you happy? Don't. Let's move on to the second point. How can we be happy? Okay. So for the first point we're talking about tonight, I think is a very important one. Um, but thinking about, what it means to be happy, and the other one is, how can we be happy? Well, being happy can start off with something very, very simple. It could just be the fact that you're in a state of grace right now, a state of grace. And that state of grace kind of puts you in a certain place. Okay. It puts you in a state of grace that can allow you to appreciate not only those people, but those things around you, surroundings, objects, etc. Okay. And I want to tell you that this is something that is probably very, very important. And now maybe you're saying to me, hey, John, I've tried to be happy, but I can't. Hmm. How do you deal with that? You have to realize that happiness comes from within. Okay. It comes from within. And so if you're having trouble being happy, I think you have to take a little bit of time and figure out what is it your body needs to be happy. Okay. And I'll tell you that is something that you need to embrace. It could start off with something you're grateful or thankful for today. It could start off with the way you're able to just be present in the moment. It could be about just focusing on your breath. Maybe being happy would be listening to some great music. We all know that music is transformative. Maybe you could be happy because you're writing something. Maybe you're taking a walk. Maybe you're singing. Maybe you're playing. Maybe you're acting. Maybe you're involved in sports, right? Maybe you're learning something. Maybe you've just been recognized for an accomplishment. Or perhaps maybe you just learned that the most important way to be happy is not to rely on others to make you happy. Because when we rely on others to make us happy, we are unhappy because they usually will miss the mark with us. And if they miss the mark with us, how do we even go forward? It's like we just get so confused. We get so confused. And it's not here to confuse you. It's here to get you to think about things. Okay. It's here to get you to think about things. That's probably the best thing. Is it's here to get you to think about things. And that might maybe get you challenged because you're wondering, how do you go from a state of being unhappy to being happy? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to look at where you are right now. Practice some gratitude. That's very important. And then once you practice some gratitude and you're thankful for where you are now, and you can feel where you are now that your gratitude is building, pay attention to your heartbeat. Pay attention to maybe just how your butt feels sitting on a chair, or how your arms just feel, on the sides of the chair. Maybe just noticing the sounds around you, whether that's birds, people talking, dogs barking, the sound of your refrigerator, or just the silence of nothing. That's right, nothing. What have I said to you that you could just imagine that the room was so quiet that you could hear a pin drop, even one or two? You could think about that. And I think that time when you can be silent and you can be still, it affects us. But for whatever reason, a lot of people want to skip past that point because they feel that being happy is overrated. It's not. Don't expect other people, ladies and gentlemen, to make you happy. I'm telling you right now, do not expect other people to make you happy. For if you do, you will be unhappy because they're going to fail sometimes. They're going to fail. And that might be something that I feel is interesting, but it can be challenging in the same breath. I know that being happy a lot of times is about if other people are happy, but you need to realize you have a right to be happy. You have a right to be happy. And I know that maybe for a moment you're saying that things are not where you want them to be. I know that you expect to be happy, but if you're not, then figure out how you can draw deep. I think that if we embrace just a small part of us, okay? If we embrace a small part of us, then a bigger part of us will emerge. Okay? A bigger part of you will emerge. And sometimes we try to rush that emergence because we feel that, oh my gosh, if we don't get it right today, that suddenly it's going to be a problem. Like if we miss it today, we'll never get it. It's not true. So we're talking a lot about stained glass this week. And taking a moment to get you happy will not only be beneficial for you as a person, but you as your health. You'll help others. And being happy takes us and transposes us from one place, almost like teleports us to somewhere really amazing. How could you be happy right now? Maybe just taking a walk, maybe looking at the stars, maybe walking with your dog, maybe cuddling with somebody, maybe taking a nap, maybe reading a book. Maybe to make you happy, you might want to go out to dinner or out to lunch or go on a ride or take a run or take a jog. Maybe what might make you happy is volunteering your time to help someone less fortunate, like serve the poor, help in a soup kitchen. I think when we can appreciate this, we have moved from just being a regular human being to one that's on the path of enlightenment. Now, I don't want to get too deep in this, but people are asking me, what is enlightenment? Well, enlightenment is an intellectual stage we go through concerning our ideas, God, reason, nature, and humanity, and how our view or perspective of the world, ourselves and others, has changed. Remembering our topic for this week, stained glass. And today's granular topic is unveiling the secrets of happiness through stained glass. So I have a question for you. Why does stained glass make us feel happy? Is there a chemical in it that does it? No, that's not it. It's because something that is mysterious and provokes us in a playful way to explore will evoke happiness. It's because there's a difference every time we look at a stained glass window, because we never look at a stained glass window exactly the same time, unless we're in church and we're always there at that time. But most people that see stained glass windows, maybe they're in their home, right? The light is different. And when the light refracts differently, guess what? The stained glass looks different. The image looks different. Have you ever heard of, I think it's called the Rorschach test? Okay. So it's basically a projective psychological test in which subjects look at ink blots that were recorded previously, analyze them using psychological interpretation. So a psychologist may ask somebody, well, what do you see of this? Maybe somebody will say a bird. Maybe somebody will see this. Or maybe somebody will say, well, two people fighting. Maybe they'll see a jet with smoke coming out of it, right? And many psychologists were outraged because they believe the Rorschach tests are controversial, believing that having the information out there would make the tests worthless. So test takers could memorize the answers and cheat. But what's the Rorschach technique? It's a projective method of psychological testing in which a person is asked to describe what he or she sees in 10 ink blots, of which some are black or gray and others have patches of color on them. A lot of people say that this looks like a four-legged animal or a lion or a pig or a bear or what have you. You see, we typically will say it looks like something because we've already seen something. So we're going to try to identify it with something we've already had in our world. If we answer something and let's say the answer is not a positive thing, then the psychologist knows that that might be something that's in our world a lot. Now, it's not a foolproof way to identify one's thoughts, but the whole concept is that if you share something, chances are there's a very good sign that you're probably saying that because of something you saw or experienced. Now, unveiling the secrets through stained glass. And it makes us happy because the light comes through us, and light is energy. And when we see light, it's like if you ever see a rainbow, right? It's bright. And when we see patterns and when we see mystery, and we also notice that the glass takes on a personality of its own. And each person that looks at stained glass may see it a little bit differently than someone else. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been an amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic evening. Be sure to subscribe. Follow all my channels. Go to believemeachieve.com. Be sure to definitely follow me on TikTok so we can grow that channel as well. I'm so grateful for all of you guys tonight, and I hope you enjoy the journey that I'm sharing with you this week on stained glass. Who knew that something that was made many, many years ago with its foundations has the power to transform us and give us insights that might just change the quality of our life for the better. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your night or morning, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll catch you real soon. Okay, everyone? Take care.